What is up, YouTube? How's everybody out there doing today? I hope you guys are having a fabulous freaking day. Yes, this video is going to be about that non-GM vehicle behind me. Obviously, non-GM vehicle. We're going to be talking about that here in a minute. But first, guys, I want to let you know that the first batch of DFR posters are getting shipped out ASAP. So look for them in your mail. If you ordered one, there's a few orders that came in, right immediately. Sorry for the delay, but I was just waiting for enough to come in to mail out, a good many of them instead of, mailing out one and then having to run to the post office and mail out another one and another one and another one. So I've got a good bit of orders in. I'm going to be shipping them out all together here very, very soon for you guys. So expect to see your DFR posters coming in the mail. If you like that poster and you haven't ordered one yet, Cash App, Venmo, Diablo Formula Racing, first description down in the description. First, set up in the description there. I'm only taking Cash App and Venmo for this stuff. $5 a poster. I'm shipping them out for that $5. I'm probably losing money like an idiot, but I just have so many of them and I want to get rid of them. But make sure, make sure you put your address in the memo or notes of Venmo or Cash App for me. That way I know who and where I'm shipping these posters to. There's been a few people that forgot to do that and actually had to, do it again, which is fine, but make sure you put your address in the memo below, guys. But let's get started with the video and show you this, this BMW that we've been it's been here for a little bit. And we've been working on it here and there. And I decided that maybe today would be a good day to introduce you to one of the vehicles in the shop that's a little bit more interesting that we're dealing with and building. This one in general is an M series right here with hardly any interior. It actually has a red seat right there. Yeah, big mess in there. It is a hardtop convertible, which personally I love these BMW hardtop convertibles. They're amazing. But the surprising part of this, and man, you guys are looking at it right now, it has a 5.3 truck engine in it and a shit ton of wiring and all kinds of shit going on here, guys. All kinds of shit. So basically, this is a 5.3 that a customer brought to me. It was, I hate to say it, guys, it was one of those projects that maybe I shouldn't have taken on, but I kind of did. But regardless of it, it's here now, and I got to fix a whole bunch of stuff in it. I've made a lot of progress on it as of right now. The intake is bolted back on, BTR intake bolted back on. There's a lot of issues with that was wrong. Got the fuel rail set up, got the return side set up. It's still a little loose, but return side fuel system's all set up and mounted. I still got to run the fuel lines, which aren't that bad to do for the fuel pump. This bracket here, which a guy on YouTube makes, LSX90, I think is his YouTube channel. This was installed incorrectly. So I got to take this back apart and fix everything on this because this isn't right. And I also did some modifications to the harness, which I found out that we can do to this. And I've gotten some of my wires already here between these two guys in order to adapt this harness and the drive-by-wire throttle body to the BMW harness. And I'm going to show you what I've been up to today, at least most of the day. And a lot of people don't understand this, but this is what happens at work sometimes. Sometimes I get a lot done, but I don't get a lot done because I'm making pages upon pages upon pages of notes to be able to do the stuff that I need to do here. And obviously all these notes pertain to this M3 BMW. That way I don't have my laptop sitting on the intake and it falls over and breaks and now I can't tune. It just makes it easier to write down notes like this, for example, and then I can just come back here and start wiring things up and fixing what I need to do and addressing what I need to do, especially with the spacing for these plates here and stuff. So yeah, that's kind of what we're doing. basically. All right, so I have some of my paperwork taped to the window here. That way it doesn't get lost or go anywhere. And when my hands are nice and dirty, I'm not like picking up papers. I can just look at what I need to look at and go over here and wire things up. But I think the first thing we're gonna do in this video, well, one of the things we're gonna do in this specific video is I think we're gonna take this apart. Now, I'm gonna explain what's wrong with this bracket. I didn't put this bracket on. I think the customer did, but I could be wrong. I ended up putting the power steering pump on and mounting that up, but that was wrong because when we put the belt on, things didn't line up right. I'm going to show you what didn't line up right. If you look down there, as you can see, that power steering pump is freaking crooked and is not lined up correctly. As you guys can see, it's actually out a little bit. So there is spacers for that, which I have here, right here. So there's spacers for that, which I'm sure I'll be using, which have not been included, but or what weren't put in when I put it in, because I didn't know there were spacers. But basically this here, I think the spacers here are different from the ones up here. As you can see, they're different spacers, and I think the wrong ones were put on the bottom, unfortunately, and it bent this plate in. As you can see, this plate got bent in pretty good, so we got to take this all back apart again and get it right. So let's do that. Let that sit down there for right now, and we can go ahead and take the alternator off here. It's definitely wrong. Got it. So here's our bracket. I'm going to set that over here on the table. So there's Mr. Bracket. Now, according to my sheet that I copied, wait a minute, where is it? 2-inch spacers for the truck, 2-inch spacers towards the water pump, 1 3/4 spacers towards the fender. So, if this is the water pump and that is the fender, these spacers should be where they're supposed to be, hopefully. I don't know. We're gonna find out. Let's go back, because I already forgot, because I'm 2 inches towards the water pump. All right, let's get our measuring. Actually, let's just take one of these guys and go towards our measuring tape here. Alrighty. Look at that, 1 3/4, but guys, look at that. Wrong spacers, go figure. Not the wrong spacers, but the spacers are in the wrong area, we'll put it that way. That can't be correct. So I'm wondering if, and that can't be correct either. I think we're gonna have to move some things around here, guys, because something is not kosher at all. Something is definitely not kosher at all here. I think we're gonna have to space these out or something, because I think these are wrong. I don't think they're correct. Maybe it was sent with the wrong spacers or something. We're gonna figure it out. I'll let you know what I find. All right, so we discovered a few things. This is kind of interesting and weird. Yeah, we're gonna have to figure this one out, because as you can see, they are all different sizes. So I know we need to eat up the space in the plate here, but we definitely need to figure this out somehow. Somehow this goes together. Maybe I'll look on the website and see if there's specific instructions on which way these go, but something definitely was not assembled correctly here. I'm just hoping these spacers are correct, but yeah, we're gonna keep moving forward here, guys. All right, so I think I figured it out. Unfortunately, these two are the same size. I know that's not right, but that's the only way it's going to keep this thing from bending. These are too short for up here on the head, so I'm going to have to put some washers between here to get this to work, but everything else seems to line up perfect now. I put the shorter ones up here towards the fender, and even with this one, this longer one down in here, you can see the little bit of a spacing. There's still that gap, so I put two of the longer ones in together, as you can see, and that seems to line up really nicely. So I think what I got to do is just I'll get some washers or something, put it on the end here to fit in here. Maybe there's other parts to this kit that the customer didn't give me. I don't really know, to be honest, but it's not right, and hopefully I can get this addressed and fixed. So I got the bracket back on. It looks a lot better than it did before, and as you can see, I had like 5 or 6 little thin washers that I had it down there, and it seems to be nice and even, not stretched. We're going to go ahead and put this power steering on. I might need to use the spacers that are provided. I might not have to use the spacers that are provided. I don't really know. We're gonna figure it out, guys. So let's get the power steering back on and see if the water pump and everything line up on this truck engine the way it's originally supposed to. So the power steering's in and spaced. I might have to get longer bolts. It might work, it might not, I don't know. We'll see when we tighten them down. They're just snugged right now. We're gonna put the pulley on oh, there it is. I'm gonna say wherever I put that pulley. We're gonna put this on and see what it looks like. Hopefully it looks good. It lines up the way it's supposed to, which I don't know yet. Oh guys, check this out. That's looking fresh. Look how lined up that is now. Looks 10 times better. 10 times better. All right, guys, we got a lot more done here. I mean, it doesn't look like a lot, but we got a lot more done. Obviously, this is fixed. As we've seen, it's lined up super nice. Unfortunately, the customer ended up getting the wrong belt, so I informed him that we need to get a belt. K060802 is the actual true belt that we need. We ended up doing some wiring. Yes, it looks like a mess, but we have our beautiful drive-by wire is all wired up. That's all done. We have these wires here that are going to go to different things. This is going to be a starter wire. This one is a 12-volt source to something. I forget which one. And then this has to go to a CAN bus box that he needs to buy as well. I think he's going to be doing this here. So unfortunately, you guys aren't going to see this thing run, but this all needs to be attached. This is going to be a power wire that needs to be powered up to right here. As you guys can see, there's a bolt and nut right there. I can ground down here, which is what this black wire is going to be going to. So just a few more wires to basically do, plus we need to take this here and hook this up, this plug here, this 8-pin, and then one of these are the IOs and the outputs and inputs basically for the Terminator X system. So one of these needs to go to the fan, which is one of the wires in there. I don't know which one, to be honest, but one of them wires is a fan wire that it needs to go to a fan wire. So that's going to control the fan through the system, and then the nice thing is you can use this for a whole bunch of different things. You can wire this into an ED5 sensor. You can wire this into aftermarket sensors on the vehicle, which makes it very convenient. There's a whole bunch of them, which is nice. So just a matter of cleaning some things up, and then I think the only thing that we need to do still is we need to finish the fuel system, which we're going to do Monday. I think Monday we're going to do that, honestly. We need to do supply that comes up. We're going to have it come up behind here, away from the exhaust that's going to be on there later. It's going to go into this port here. It's going to go around. I've already done back there. It's going to come in here. It's going to go into our regulator. And then right under here, it's not tightened down, but right under there is our regulator return. And our fuel return for the regulator. The fuel return is going to go up over top and down over the transmission. It is a 6-speed transmission in this sucker. and then back to the fuel pump. So we got to figure that out, because that is kind of weird, to be honest. I'll show you a little bit of it. I got to figure out how we're going to be able to put that in there. You might not be able to see any of it, but you might be able to see some of it. I don't know. But I got to figure out how to put that in there, or I'll let him do it. I'm basically just doing the hard steps of this build for him. He already actually put the engine in himself. Didn't have knock sensors in there, so I had to get knock sensors and all that stuff, get some parts that he was missing, and a lot of other little things that he was missing that I kind of helped him out with doing. And obviously fixing the mistakes that were made, getting that all corrected, and then, you know, mounting the pressure regulator and, you know, all that stuff. He's going to be doing the power wires, you know, to the alternator and to the starter, you know, the 12 volt wires from the battery and all that. So he's going to do all that stuff. He's going to put the radiator in and put the front bumper and the headlights back on and stuff like that. It's all his responsibility. But yeah, I'm pretty happy. I'm actually more happy that I got this lined up and repaired for him and got this all straightened out, because it definitely wasn't right. That makes me very happy. Like I said, a lot of the wiring's been done. And honestly, guys, on these BMW swaps, these E90s, E82s, E92s, whatever you want to call them, M3s, M6s, M4s, M5s, M1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever. It's really not that hard to do this. It's fairly straightforward and simple, to be honest. And LSE90 on YouTube, definitely, I watched some of his videos and he definitely helped me out a lot with well, you know, what wires to tap into here on the harness and everything of that nature. So he was a big help with that by itself. So I'm very thankful I was able to watch his videos and learn something new. But there you go, guys. Like the first LS swapped BMW that I ever did in my life. Well, partially. I'm probably doing like 50% of the work, maybe. You know, the customer did the other 50%, but yeah, not bad. Not bad, guys. Put this over here, shut the hood for the weekend. There we go. We'll put this, we don't want to hurt nothing here. Put that all in here for right now and kind of keep that out of the way. Shut this down. There you go. Not bad. Not bad at all. Maybe that'll be my thumbnail. I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do with a thumbnail. Maybe that'll be my thumbnail. Maybe this will be my thumbnail right here. This looks like a swell thumbnail right there. Look at that. That's a good one. All right, guys, I'll stop boring you here with this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Maybe you learned something new. I don't know. If you'd like to see more videos like that, I got plenty of cars in here that need to be finished, so I can start making videos of cars and stuff here, and all the projects that we got going on, which we have a few. We're starting to get rid of them, which makes me very, very happy. It makes me very, very happy. It gets very stressful when you're one guy doing a million different jobs at one time, and you know, taking care of kids. Well, one kid now, Skylar, and doing this and doing YouTube. It gets stressful from time to time. So I figured this video would be a nice little video to show you about one of the cars that runs in the shop. Let me know if you'd like to see more. Other than that, guys, hit that notification bell, put it on all. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And my Instagram is Diablo Formula Racing on Instagram. So go check it out, give it a follow. And if you want a poster, link down below, Cash App, Venmo. Go check it out. If you want a poster, I'll ship you out a poster as well. Other than that, guys, deuces.